So you came to the workshop, the back pain and sciatica workshop, and you didn't schedule. I just wanted to share a couple things with you because when that happens, I just think that there is something that I failed you on, either in terms of communication importance, or maybe you have something else going on in your life and you need to put this off. But I wanted to share a really important viewpoint with you today. What you did was you saw an ad, whether it was on Facebook, the newspaper, or on a postcard, or a friend referred you in. You raised your hand and you called, or you went online. You registered for the workshop. You showed up. You listened to me babble about back pain and sciatica. You saw me treat somebody. We went over the 3 big points, including the 3 common causes of back pain and sciatica. You filled out your worksheet and you didn't schedule. You might be a provider. I know frequently we will have physicians in the room, or chiropractors, or even other physical therapists. If that is the case, I get it. It makes sense that you wouldn't want to schedule. If that is the case, just email me back and let me know that you are a provider, and that is fine. Also, maybe I know some people will get upset that I didn't have the chance because I usually hang around at the end and I will answer questions one-on-one with people. Some people will get upset that I don't have the time specifically just for them. It really puts me in a tough spot because if I have a line of people and I'm working my way through trying to get everybody's questions answered, certainly I'm going to offend the person who is next or the person who is waiting to have their question answered. I've really tried, and there is not a better way for me to handle that. But what happens is when we do have an appointment, you do have a chance to get your questions answered one-on-one with one of our doctors of physical therapy who specializes in back pain and sciatica and is frankly a better physical therapist than I am. To be fully transparent here, the only thing that can happen and frequently will run into this is recently, I just had somebody who, after 4 or 5 years, they saw me do a back pain and sciatica workshop 4 or 5 years ago. They didn't schedule, and they finally came back, and now, after a series of injections, and they are kind of on the eve of getting surgery. They waited this long to take care of their back pain and sciatica, and I want to show you what happens for most people. I don't think I did this in the workshop for you, so here it is. Basically, if we take all of the activities that you do day to day, or things that you used to do that maybe you no longer do, or maybe it is yard work, lifting, maybe running, aggressive activities, or rigorous activities, they are on the outside. Real easy stuff like sitting or sleeping are on the inside. Here's what can happen, and this is what can happen to the gentleman that came back 4 or 5 years. When we have things like that, most of us, what we will do is we will ignore it. Again, you were at the workshop, so you know that there are 3 things that we can do to handle problems in life. We can ignore it, and in almost every case where we ignore a problem, it gets worse. We can try to alter it or change it, or we can actually handle it. The free screening, the free exam, is a way for you to find exactly what it is that you need to handle for your back pain and sciatica. You can get down to the source of the true problem. What happens is, naturally, if something hurts every time that you do yard work or housework or run your vacuum cleaner, you are probably less likely to do it, right? That is what most of us do. So we eliminate that, and we get to the point where we have pain if we stand more than 15 minutes or we walk. Eventually what happens is we lose that as well. So we are doing that, and you can see that really, really quickly. What can happen is over a few months or even over a few years, if we don't handle the cause of the problem, we get ourselves to where we are boxed in and we can only do a few things. And we are kind of missing out on life. We might feel embarrassed if we have to rely on neighbors, friends, or family members to help us do certain things, like go grocery shopping or maybe drive us somewhere or something like that. Even at a relatively young age, we can feel like we are losing a little bit of our independence, and it can be very embarrassing. This is what happens most of the time. I don't want that to happen to you. So I will once again offer you, I know I said that day only, but if you want the free exam, which is an appointment with one of our doctors of physical therapy who specializes in back pain and sciatica, just reply back to this email and let me know. We will make sure that we get you taken care of. We will schedule an appointment. Again, it is a 30-minute free exam. You get to see the doctor of physical therapy who specializes in back pain and sciatica. At the end of the 30 minutes, you are going to know exactly what the cause of your back pain and sciatica is, and whether or not physical therapy and conservative treatment or natural treatment is something that can help you out and what that plan looks like. There is no obligation. You don't have to schedule anything else or anything like that. It is just our way of helping you get a really good grasp of what you have going on and what you need to do to handle it. So reply back to this email and let me know where you are at, and we will get you set up with that free exam.